Hi, welcome back to Barbox Tech Support. This is the Dell Latitude 3590. As you can see, it's in many pieces. The last thing we took out was the mouse pad, this part here, which has just been dropped back into place. So we're going to reconstruct this, just for those of you who want to see the whole process in reverse. Obviously, I'm assuming you've watched the full deconstruction process already. So we just drop that into place and secure it down with tape. We need to clip ourselves in, always good practice. Okay, so just 4 screws along the back, and then the guard drops into place. A couple of plastic studs that you just need to pop it over, and then a couple of screws just hold that down. Important to just make sure you don't cross thread these, because they do try and go in at an angle sometimes. Just make sure you've got the actual head of the screw dead flat before you put any pressure on and screw it into place. There's the 2 little plastic studs, so you just drop that in place over the top. And then we'll screw this down. You know, if the screw does go slightly sideways, and obviously just reverse back up. Take it back a bit, just level it up, screw it back down. Right, that's nice and tight, so now we can drop the screen underneath. Now if you watched the deconstruction of this, you'll know this hinge actually drops on top of the motherboard, so we're not going to connect that one up, but we do need to connect this one up, so I'm just going to reattach somewhere out of the way for now. Let's go over here and just get this down and in place. Again, not sure if you can see it from there, but there's a little plastic guide there and there that drop into these holes. You just need to make sure that that's in line before you close this down fully, otherwise obviously you're going to risk causing some damage to it, and also it's going to have to drop back into this bit here, so just make sure you're fully lined up before you actually fully close this down, otherwise you're almost certainly going to break something. Okay, there's 3 screws to hold this in place. No screw in this one here, because obviously that's going to be the casing screw that goes through there. Right then, board itself, let's get that into place, so let's get it around the right way. Now, these 2 cables connect to the back of the board, so we'll connect them now. It's surprisingly difficult. Okay. Get that out of the way and clip back into this edge. Try and keep all the cables that we actually need out from underneath the board. Last thing you want to do is be putting any pressure on the board while there's a cable trapped underneath. Okay, that would seem fine, seems to have dropped into place nicely. So there's the one screw in the corner of the board. And then we can start looking at connecting up as we go around. Right, next thing I'm going to do, just to keep the board firmly in place, get the heatsink on. And we're just going to screw this one up quite literally by the numbers. Each screw's got a number next to it, so we're just going to follow that. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then again, three screws here, all numbered 5, 6 and 7. As with any heat sinks, it's usually a good idea to do these sort of finger tight to begin with, and then just go around and give them a last twist at the end. Again, just staying in sequence, just making sure that the sink is locked fully down to the board. Alright, fan assembly. Fan's going to connect in there. Three screws. Right, wireless LAN card. Always one of the trickier ones. So it should just click on. And put plastic cover on and get your screw in place. Get this connection in around the back. And then just get these cables tidied. Routed. Just make sure they're fully out of the way of the hinge. Okay. 3 screws in the hinge. Oops. Again, this one's left blank for the casing screw. All the screws need to go in, got the little triangular markers. Normally they all carry the size and type of screw as well, so shouldn't really go wrong. Let's have the Wi-Fi wireless card in. Cover on. Screw that into place. Okay. Get this speaker cable attached and go around and do the rest of the cables. Okay. Cable's not fully in. That's better. There we go. Right. That in. That cable routes all the way round and just drops in there. Might have done that a little tighter than required. Okay, there we go. SSD. Remember to clip in there first, because if you don't, you start screwing it down, you almost certainly bend the cover. Well, so it is quite thin, so it should be relatively easily bent back into shape. Obviously, if you can avoid it in the first place, much better option. Right, make sure that's nice and tight. Drop the hard drive in. Now, before I do this, is there anything else apart from the battery? Right. So, okay, so error number one. This wire here needs to go this side. Okay, no point in removing everything fully if you can get away with it. Right, just want to get that out and that back in there and pop that third screw in there in a moment. Just get this hard drive in place. Make sure I'm not trapping this cable here. Okay, that should keep the cables nicely out of the way. Okay. Don't forget to connect up the hard drive. Just route that cable in nicely around that. Okay. Right, all that remains is the battery, and then popping the case back on. I'm not actually connecting the battery there, I just want it sort of out of the way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. Everything back in place. Last thing to do is just connect the battery. Now all we need to do after this, pop the case back on, turn it over, power it up.